Hello everyone, we're Smacked Youth. We're here for Newcastle Live Warehouse Sessions. This one's our new track, Rut. It's a love song.
I started with a friend in high school, so we were 16, I was in year 10, he was in year 9, and then we would play around and then entered youth rock one year, and then sort of that gave us a bit of a spur on to try and play more shows, and then we'd get snuck into certain venues to play underage, and just sort of always had this passion to play live and enjoy the music. Starting from sort of mid last year, I took the band over to Europe. I sort of had this thing that I wanted to go over and give it a crack playing shows, and throughout all the dysfunctional sort of thing, like we'd rock up. We got told before we were over that shows were booked, but then we went over and they sort of fell through, so I literally had to door knock on places, lie in some cases saying that we were a covers band, and then we'd rock up with all our stuff and go and play this covers gig, play our own stuff, and be like, oh, and then the people would be like, I did not expect that. So like the people are like, oh, I'm sorry, and they're like, I'm doing some drink cards and that, and that was cool. But then, do you want to tell them about the Screaming Jets? So we got back.
I remember when I found out about that, I was at work and Sammy called me. He's like, so do you want to go on tour with the Screaming Jets for 5 months? And obviously it was a yes. And yeah, our lives from November to March was just a whirlwind, to be honest. Just going around the country, going to places I've never been, and all the Jets boys was so surreal, like their inspiration to me, and I'm sure these boys as well, being from Newey. So it was amazing, and then they looked after us super well. When we were in Adelaide, they were playing at the Red Hot Summer, and they got us out the back, and we were hanging out with John Stevens and Susie Quattro and Cheap Trick. It was crazy. We were just felt like little kids standing there like this around all these famous people.
You didn't know what to say though when you were back there. You didn't know. You'd just be like, oh, hello,
Amazing time, but it was still buzzing from it, to be honest.
From London, Amsterdam, Berlin to Dubbo, Bathurst and Adelaide. We were actually rehearsing over at Novatone over the road. I had a riff and a melody sort of thing, and then we came in, and then you sort of did your thing behind it and all the accents and that, and
it just all come together so quickly. I think the song was the skeleton of the song was done, 40 minutes, and then over the weeks we just run a fine comb through it, make sure we were happy with it, demoed it, and then we were like, yeah, it's cool, let's go to our producer. And
I guess it's not bad being stuck in a rut.
It's about sort of the struggles of a long distance relationship, actually. From my personal experience, but I think everyone can some people have the same story where you kind of you meet someone abroad and then you come home and you live quite far apart, and then you try and have a go at it, but through no fault of either people, it just you're not really sure if you want to move to another city, so it was just the kind of hardship of that, but then still being cool and mates and stuff, but that's what it's about. But yeah, love song.